At 8 p.m., the head judge will announce that the polls are closed. If there is a line of voters at 8 p.m., an election judge will stand at the end of the line. Anyone who arrives after this judge has arrived too late to vote. Do not begin to close the polling place until the last voter has finished voting and all voted ballots have been run through the ballot counter. The closing procedures of the polling place are open to the public. Do not lock up the building or the polling room until all closing activities are complete. To properly close the polling place, follow the list titled Checklist, Closing the Polling Place, found in the red folder. The red folder contains all the documents required to close the polling place. The head judge assigns closing duties to the precinct judges. To show that the polling place is closed, immediately remove the U.S. flag, Vote Here sign, and voter parking signs from outside the building. Voter parking signs placed by Public Works for on-street parking are to remain outdoors as Public Works will retrieve these signs the next day. The first task the head judge should complete is the closing of the ballot counter. While the head judge is closing the ballot counter, the precinct judges will complete the following duties. Remove signs marking the route to the polling room and remove the signs posted in the polling room. Carefully remove any excess tape from the walls and from the back of the signs. Use the checklist for the sign bag, pen box, and green box to return materials to their proper locations. Repack the green box in a careful manner as most of the supplies will be reused in the next election. Properly dispose of any trash created throughout the day. Please do not use the green box as a trash can. Once repacked, the green box does not need to be sealed. It is left at the polling place at the end of the night. Take down the voting stations. Clean out any materials left behind in the booths and replace the caps back onto the voting pens. Remove and wrap the power cords. Take out the legs and return the legs into their storage location within the booth. The collapsed voting booths also remain at the precinct. 2 election judges will be assigned to close down the AutoMark. Properly close the device and follow the AutoMark closing instructions found in the red folder. Complete the certification form, turn the unit off, collect the AutoMark supplies, and place the unit into its case. Be sure the unused ballots are prepared for closing and packed up, as detailed in the ballot judge video. The head judge and at least 2 other judges will transfer the voted ballots from the ballot box into the ballot transfer case. At the general election, remember to place the ballots from the write-in compartment into the manila write-in envelope. Open the top of the ballot box and make sure that all the voted ballots have been removed. Ballots often stick to the sides of the box or remain stuck in the chute. Once the voted ballots are gathered, seal the write-in envelope with the sticker seals, then return it in the form and envelope transfer case. For the ballot transfer case, use 2 sticker seals and 2 rat tail seals to secure the lid of the ballot transfer case. All judges who audit and secure the ballots need to sign the sticker seals. Both transfer cases must be returned to Ramsey County Elections on election night by the head judge. The head judge, once finished with closing the ballot counter and securing the ballots, is responsible for completing the voter statistics sheet, known as the pink sheet. This is the official document used to audit the number of total voters at the polling place and is used to report official voting results to the Secretary of State's office. The Secretary of State's office now requires the head judge to report the number of election judges who worked in the precinct on election day and the number of voting stations provided. These numbers are filled out on the bottom portion of this sheet. For more information about this statistics sheet, see the Voter Statistics training video. Pack up the canvas bag. The canvas bag should contain the registered and non-registered rosters, the election cell phone, and the green, red, and purple folders. Make sure all election judges have completed their timesheets and that evaluations for the election judges and the polling location have been completed. Materials to be returned in the forms and envelopes transfer case include the black forms folder, the white envelopes, and all the manila envelopes. The manila envelopes include those for voting receipts, spoiled ballots, ballots that need a duplication, write-in ballots, and the summary statement envelopes. There are checklists on the front of each envelope to describe which materials should be included in each. Sign and seal all these envelopes with sticker seals. The black folder should contain the pink sheet, Election Day Journal, Hourly Tracking Sheet, Election Judge Sign-Up Sheet, Roster Correction Sheet, the Voting Equipment Certification Forms, and the Ballot Certification Form. The transfer case should be sealed with 2 rat-tail seals only. Certain materials need to be returned to the elections office, while other materials will remain at the polling place. The election night return certification form lists the materials to be returned to the elections office. These materials include the canvas bag, the forms and envelopes transfer case, the ballot counter, and the ballot transfer case. The head judge is responsible for returning these materials to the elections office, but can have another judge assist with these returns. All other materials not listed on the return certification form are to remain at the polling place. These materials include the green box, the automark, voting stations, the black ballot box, the U.S. flag, vote here sign, and the voter parking signs. Leave these materials in the same location as they were found in the morning. Be sure to leave the polling place in the same condition it was found at the beginning of the day. Return any tables, chairs, or other materials belonging to the polling place to their original locations. A sheet in the red folder lists the location of the Ramsey County Elections Office and details the process for returning the materials. All materials listed on the returns checklist need to be accounted for on election night. If any of these materials are left at the polling place, the head judge will be required to go back to the polling place and retrieve them. Staff members will meet you at the elections office when you arrive with the materials.